I've been learning French for 4 years, and honestly, half of what I did was such a waste of time. But the other half, oh, that changed everything. Bonjour tout le monde, this is Rachelle, mais Rachelle en français, and welcome back to my podcast. Today I just want to have a real honest chat with you. I've been learning French for 4 years now, and I thought it'd be nice to share what actually helped me improve, what totally didn't, and what I wish I knew earlier. Because let's be real, learning a new language as an adult, when you're working, raising a kid, trying to stay fit and sane, it's a completely different game, isn't it? You can't study for hours like you did in school anymore. So if you're learning French, or really any other language, I hope this episode reminds you that you are not alone and that slow progress is still progress. Alright, a little background first. I've been learning French for about 4 years. I'm not fluent, definitely not yet, but I'm comfortable. And most importantly, I still love it. You might be thinking, wait, 4 years, really? And yeah, fair enough. Because if you were super disciplined, maybe you could become fluent in like 4 months. And you're not wrong, I used to feel embarrassed about that too. But then I realized, hang on, first, I don't live in France. I don't know any native speaker except for my French teacher. And I only see her once a week online. I have a day job, a family and a child. And when I'm not working, I'll make content for YouTube or planning Mandarin lessons. Or, just living life. And I still want balance. Doing my 30-minute workout after work, seeing friends, spending time outdoors. So if you like me, the only way to keep learning is to fit it into your daily life. You've got to make it part of your lifestyle, not something extra you force yourself to do. Alright, so first, you've really got to understand yourself. I'm an ENFJ. If you haven't heard about this before, it's one type of personality within the MBTI personalities, which basically means I need learning to feel fun and meaningful. Meaningful as in, I want to connect with people, not just memorize grammar rules. And I need milestones. I'm just that kind of person. So I take exams sometimes, just to validate my progress. Not because I need a certificate, but because I like seeing tangible improvement. If I try to study in a way that doesn't suit me, I lose motivation completely. I'll procrastinate, scroll on my phone, clean the kitchen, anything but study. So before copying anyone else's method, think about what works for you. If you're more introverted, maybe you enjoy journaling or reading. If you're more outgoing, maybe you love chatting with people, joining social groups. And think about how children learn. They don't sit there with textbooks and highlighters, right? They sing songs, they play, they listen to stories. So let's do the same. Listen to French songs, watch YouTube channels like Easy French. Of course, you can also read children's books. I still think Le Petit Prince is one of the best. Writing can come later. Kids learn to speak before they learn to write, and that's totally fine. If you approach language like a child, with curiosity and playfulness, it suddenly becomes lighter and way more enjoyable. The second thing that really helped me, I call it my French only reset day. Every few months, I spend a whole day in French only. No English, no Cantonese, no Mandarin, just French. I speak French to myself, I listen in French, and I even think in French. Sometimes I text my family in French too, even though I know that they wouldn't understand. They will translate by Google Translate anyway, I don't care, just to stay in that mode. It's exhausting, I know, but that one day honestly helps me more than weeks of random study sessions. It forces my brain to live in French, not just reveal it. I don't plan it strictly. I just mark a day on my diary, and if I wake up feeling good and energized, I go for it. I also use that day to reorganize my materials. Notes, apps, screenshots, grammar list. Because if you have learned it for a while, things get messy, don't they? So I tidy everything up by topics or grammar points, and if I come across something I don't really understand, it's like decluttering your French brain. After that, everything feels clear and connected again. Alright, let's talk about the tools. Because honestly, we are spoiled for choice. My main ones are Duolingo, DeepL, and ChatGPT. And yes, I switched my phone to French. Duolingo is easy, I know, but it's also fun and repetitive. And that's exactly why it works for me. It's my low energy way to stay consistent. DeepL and ChatGPT are my grammar and pronunciation buddies. If I'm not sure about a sentence structure, I'll check it or ask for a more natural way to say something. And changing my phone to French, to be honest, it didn't magically make me fluent, but it created a sense of immersion. The only time it made a real difference was when I used Google Maps. Hearing tournez à droite or prenez la deuxième rue à gauche, I suddenly realized, hey, I actually understand this now. It made those textbook phrases come alive. So yeah, not life-changing, but it keeps the language close. Next up, journaling about your day. Every week, my French teacher and I start with the same question. How was your weekend? Please don't laugh. It sounds basic, but it's also one of the most effective things ever. Like I'll say, je me suis réveillée, je me suis préparée, j'ai cuisiné et j'ai mangé un pain au chocolat pour le petit déjeuner. Then maybe, je vais aller à Londres l'après-midi pour voir une amie. Or you can say, j'aime regarder des comédies musicales au théâtre et je n'aime pas ne rien faire. And even you can say, tandis que je serai une YouTuber célèbre, je voyagerai beaucoup avec ma famille et je parlerai très bien français. That's past, present and future tense all in one go. If you journal daily, even just 5 minutes, it adds up fast. You can write or record yourself speaking. Writing helps you writing, speaking helps you speaking, And it's actually really fun to look back later and see how far you've come. And of course, visiting France. If you can go, even just once, do it. I spent a couple of times there before, and if it was even just 1 week there, that single week helped me progress faster than 7 months of studying at home. When you're surrounded by the language, you hear how people really speak. You catch a rhythm, and your brain starts thinking in French automatically. I was lucky to visit a few times last year, and even my son's French improved so quickly. Of course, I understand that travel isn't always possible. This year, I couldn't go either. But if you get the chance, even just for a short trip, go somewhere small and less touristy where English isn't common. You'll be amazed how fast you improve. Think of it as an investment, not just in your language, but in your confidence. Alright, now for the things that didn't work so well. Because let's be honest, we all try things that sound great on paper but totally flop in real life. The first one which didn't work for me was the long study sessions every night. Apart from my French only day, I just can't do it. When you tell yourself, I'll study for 1 hour every night, no excuses? Yeah, no. After work, I'm exhausted. My child needs attention, my phone keeps buzzing, and by the time I sit down, my brain's done for the day. That traditional 1 hour night method used to work when I was in school, but not anymore. Now I prefer shorter, focused bursts, 10 and 15 minutes where I can, and just learning as I go. That works way better for me. The next one that didn't work for me was setting unrealistic goals. After passing the A1 exam, I thought, okay, I'll get to B1 in 6 months. Nope, didn't happen. Then I tried making weekly French vlog for YouTube. It was fun at first, but oh my gosh, so much work to do. It became stressful instead of enjoyable. So I stopped, and that's okay. Letting go doesn't mean failing. It means knowing your limits. Now I set smaller, more realistic goals and actually enjoying learning again. And the other one that didn't work for me was listening to French podcasts or movies without subtitles. Like everyone says, just immerse yourself, your brain will figure it out. Yeah, but that's not for me. Native French speakers talked so fast. My brain couldn't even process the words before they move on. Now I always use subtitles. It's not cheating, it's a step. It helps you connect sounds with meaning, and eventually you'll find you need them less and less. Sometimes I even play podcasts softly before I fall asleep. I don't understand everything, but my subconscious gets used to the sound and rhythm of French. It's like background exposure, gentle but effective. And the last one which didn't really work for me was the mindset that holds the most people back. When you tell yourself, I'm not good at languages, you've already blocked all your potentials. Everyone can learn. Before babies speak, they sense meanings through sound and emotion. So if a baby can learn 2 or 3 languages, why can't we? There is a Chinese saying I love. 是不为也，非不能也，是不为也，非不能也。It means it's not that you can't, it's that you are not willing to try. So ask yourself, do you actually like the language you're learning? Do you know why you're learning it? My husband always says he's not good at languages. And sure, his English has a strong accent, and he's never really studied one formally. But he's surprisingly good at Japanese, I would say. He doesn't even realize it. He never took lessons. He just played Japanese video games, created a Japanese Apple ID, and picked things up naturally because he loved it. Every time we go to Japan, he can read menus, recognize signs, order food, all from playing games. That's what passion does. It teaches you without you even noticing. And if you're curious what made me feel enough with French, I actually have a YouTube video about it, and it was quite popular with a lot of debates from my native French audience. It's called Why I Fell in Love with French Culture. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's 4 years of learning French. The ups, the downs, and everything in between. Your journey might look totally different, and that's okay. The key is to understand yourself, keep it fun, and stay consistent. If you're learning French too, I would love to hear what's been working for you. Send me a message on Instagram or comment under my latest video. I really love hearing your stories. And if you've been feeling unmotivated lately, don't worry, we've all been there. I've previously made an episode which was called No Passion for Language You're Learning, Do This Instead. It will help you reconnect with your why, W-H-Y-Y, and fall in love with learning again. Alright, that's it from me today. Merci d'avoir regardé. Thank you for listening, and à bientôt!